Hey guys, sorry for the wait. I literally had to. In fact, I'm mistaken press delete on the file that I was using, so I've actually gotten it back. I ended on okay. I was already done talking about the negative content stuff, how to avoid that, how we are going to avoid that, and I was actually heading towards to make your content kind of great and special. You literally have to like do great prompts. Okay, I was already done with that. I was talking about, I already spoke about why this my few channel. I already talked about why my few channels got taken down. Literally, what was that? Then can somebody put me back on track? Alright, Rosie.
Okay, just to clarify something. Prompting is like the idea you give in, like the notion what you want it to, like what you will need the app to
Yeah,
maybe
prompt is
develop to
literally
you.
yeah, prompt is literally what you're going to tell the AI that you want for it to give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's definitely the input that you put to get to what you want. Like let me say if it's the image, if it's the script, if it's the video, like whatever I want, like that's the input for to get the output. So
Okay.
depending on what you give, that's what's going to give you out. So when we're going to do prompts, you're going to hear a lot about it. So there is a lot of ways where are doing prompts that is completely wrong. So I'm going to like clear that way that is wrong and say exactly how you're going to do it. So everything is kind of detailed. That's why I'm taking each of it at a time, each of these automation stuff at a time. Alright, so let me see where's that end? I literally ended at the yeah, I'm kind of lost. Wait, let me look at this file. Alright. I was already done explaining. I was already done explaining the terminate why the child get terminated. I already done explaining what that your form has to be great for it to have something that's going to be like different from the other channel. I already explained exactly what inauthentic content is bringing, exactly what inauthentic content is. I already explained all that. So right now we're definitely going into the startup like literally in which automation that different terms. Let me say right now I believe you understand already what this automation is. I believe you understand what inauthentic content is like the different problems in now which automation is kind of facing now and how to definitely go about to avoid it. In fact the whole system is built about around how to avoid it. So whatsoever I'm going to tell you to do is exactly what you what is avoiding all this. So you're not going to worry about avoiding personal because everything is avoiding it in general. So you already know exactly how to do that and you already know exactly the kind of content that are not allowed in YouTube, especially when you're doing storytelling, static images not allowed. My stories, if you look at the story, definitely one image will not stay in the screen for more than 5 minutes. That's maximum, but mostly 3 seconds. I mean, for more than 5 seconds, that's maximum, but mostly 3 seconds. One image will not stay in the screen for up to that. So when you're watching it, it's having visual captivation. Like let me say, one of the reasons that there's nothing content came about is because normally the money that you earn on art on YouTube is from ads. The money that you earn on YouTube, the money that you earn on YouTube is from ads and literally ads are what advertisers pay. Ads are what advertisers pay
Your
YouTube
boss.
to yeah. You need your call. We're going to continue from where we are.
My phone is, I have a low battery, so from any time now, my phone is off. There's no light around me.
Okay, I'm going to the session is being recorded. I'm going to send the link when I upload. I'm going to send the link. But you can just attend the one that can attend now. Like anything, I'm going to let you know
Okay.
so you can meet your call. Okay, I was talking about what was I talking about? Okay, yeah, I was talking about the art while so the what you actually earn on is art. Advertisers put art on each of your videos. So normally when you see you earn 1,000, you earn one okay RPM. I'm going to go to RPM. When they see I earn 1,000 when you see you're earning a particular amount of money which they are here that's giving you per meal. So when you see you're earning like let me say $2, $5, okay, say when you see you're earning $2 per 1,000 view, that 1,000 view is not literally on that video altogether. Let me say if you're having a video and the video is kind of 20 minutes long, you literally can put up to the number of ads you want on that particular video. So you can put at the beginning, say if you're having a 20-minute video, you put at the beginning because normally this is exactly how I place my ads on my video. I place at the beginning of the video, I place at 5 minutes in the video, I place at 10 minutes in the video, I place at 15 minutes in the video, I place at 20 minutes in the video. That if it's a 20-minute video. So definitely I place at after every 5 minutes. So if I'm having five different ads on my video and literally that video has 1,000 views and and everybody who actually watch the video from the beginning to the end. So that's literally I have five ads. One the $2 is going to be count on each of those ads. So it's 1,000 it's $2 per 1,000 view on an ad. That's why those videos that they literally use generalize and say yeah how you have $2 per 1,000 views always going to be videos and that 3 minutes to 7 minutes long. If your video is not over 8 minutes, you will not be able to put more than one ad. Any video that is less than 8 minutes, automatically you cannot put more than one ad on a video. YouTube will automatically put one ad on a video, and you'll not even be able to see the one ad or where the one ad is. Then put it on their own place. They put it on their own places. After that, after you listen, they put it on their own place. Then it's literally after when you're watching the video, you definitely know exactly where the ad is. But precisely, you will not know exactly where the ad is as it's less than 80 now. From 8 minutes over, you'll be able to put your ads like this, even on the 8 minute video. Because let me say at the beginning when Alicia did not just understand that packing ads on your video definitely going to affect your views. I was putting ads every 2 minutes. So those who don't know what ad is advertisement on videos. Like when you're watching a YouTube video, like when you get into a YouTube video, you're going to see an advertisement in the beginning. The while you're watching, the video is going to interrupt and an advertisement can put the video continue. That's what they call ads, and um those who those who get monetized in YouTube earn from. So those that the ads that's the exact thing. That's exactly how much in fact, that's what advertisers are paying for your videos to be shown on YouTube for their ads to be shown on your channel. And this is the one of the reasons um one of the reasons that some channel earn more than some other channel is just because of the kind of ads that are put on the channel. Like you share that some kind of content and lower than some kind of content. So this is exactly how it is. Advertisers choose the kind of videos they want to put that content on. So let me say if you're having a video they are talking about, let me say children literally those who are going to be watching the videos are going to be children. And what do children like? Children like things that are kind of more expensive. And in fact, children like children things and children things are not kind of expensive. But now, if you're having a video that is talking about cars, the kind of advertisers are coming to come and put there, they will come to come and put their videos. There will be car companies like Mercedes, BMW, Lamborghini, like this. So just imagine they are on a car channel, and just imagine how much Lamborghini is going to like pay you to watch ads on your channel precisely, and how much the company themselves pay you to. It's called the CPM. CPM is the cost per thousand. So companies can literally like a company can decide to pay you that kind of $150 per 1,000 views on an ad in that on your video. Then now YouTube definitely comes come and pay you 30% of that amount. That's why YouTube always take the CPM is having the full amount. YouTube always take 70% and pay you 30%. That's why the RPM is kind of low. So when the advertisers are going to pay the 150 CPM, if you say I want yeah, CPM is 150, you always see the RPM is going to be $30. Like I have a channel here that have an RPM of $25 per 1,000 views. The CPM that channel is $85. Like I said, you used to take 80, 70% and give out 30%. That's exactly how it is. So depending on the kind of content that you create and your age group, that's why many people always say that the best age group to watch your videos is from 35 years, in fact 65 plus. Many YouTubers like to target their videos around like to target their videos in such a way that it will release adults that are going to be watched because they have higher purchasing power. And again, the country that you watch the country that watch your videos also like they kind of also affect the RPM and all that because you see America they have the highest online purchasing power. Like they literally Americans buy almost 80% of everything online, and 20% physically. So you see when you're having American audience, UK audience, and Canadian audience, you will literally see that your RPM is going to be very, very high. Like it's going to be favorable because there's a high chance that when advertisers put ads in your videos, you actually buy what you see on that ad. Like literally, literally even known friends, I've known friends that have actually bought ads from my video. There was a video that I posted about this in the celebrity gossip. Since now in the celebrity gossip, the kind of things that are going to be like the kind of as let me say the in a celebrity gossip, the kind of ads that can like see that and put them into the ads that I've seen on my video. You know, in Cameroon, you cannot see art on videos. You don't put art in Africa. That's why you see when you have African views, like you see, it's kind of hard to monetize African views because those in Africa who actually have art on their views are those who are using VPN to change their location and all, and they know a lot of people. That's why you can have 2 million views in Africa, yeah, and that 2 million views can pay that kind of $500. But normally 2 million views on a 30-minute video should definitely pay you up to $4,500. But now you and only 500. That's what is actually because, like I said, many people that here are not using like almost everybody in the like those 20%. Those 20% can be using and say VP, and that gives them this about the ability to watch at precisely on your video. So the kind of content that you post, the kind of content that you post, the location, the age group, the kind of content that you post, the location and the age group kind of determine the amount of money that you earn in the video. Yeah, Rosin.
Okay, about the art, you said that you put the art, so you are the one to choose which art to add to your video,
No,
like,
you don't choose the
or
artist.
are the ones proposing, are the one they are the ones to give you the art? That's what I don't understand.
Nah, you don't. You don't actually choose the art to put in your video. Like you don't choose the art to read. You don't choose the art to put on your video. You choose where the art is going to show. You don't choose who.
Okay,
Yeah, you don't
okay,
choose a particular art to put on your video.
okay. Second question. You said in Cameroon, I don't understand, like, where you are now, the videos you are making on YouTube, um, are you supposed to direct who to watch? Because it doesn't mean that those that watch from Cameroon will not get enough. I don't really understand. Like when you said people from if you create it in the US, UK, and you will be paid higher. So I don't understand
So
how.
you don't actually direct where your videos are going to be watched. You don't do that. Your videos are definitely just going to be watched by, let me say, when you post your video, you literally don't just like this exactly what I do when I put this exactly what I do when I post my video. I don't do nothing. What all I do is just post the video. The algorithm is going to do the rest. So automatically when I post my video, if I actually go and check the analytics of any of my videos, you'll see that I'm having viewers like the kind of content that we are going to be creating. The viewers are mostly coming from America. Like that's where my viewers are. I'm having 50%, 55% of my viewers are coming from America. 30% are coming from the UK. 10% are coming from Canada. Then you see 1% Africa. You see other countries like 1%. But exactly that's how it is done. You understand right now? Rosin, you understand? All right.
Yes.
Another question.
No, continue.
Okay, then maybe I don't know who I always forget where I am like that. Okay, I'll talk about the audience. Okay, yeah. So exactly the country, and the let me see, the age group influence the amount of money that you earn or the amount of CPM that advertisers pay. And for my explanation, I think that you guys really understand exactly how all these affect the how all it affect your CPM because the main thing is the CPM. Your RPM is based on your CPM. Like I said, your CPM is the cost per 1,000 per mil. That's how much advertisers pay to put ad on your view. That's the cost per mil. It's always calculated per 1,000 views. And the CPM now is the revenue per mil. So the cost per mil, like that's the cost price to put ads in your video. Then you have revenue now. The revenue that you gain from each ad placed on your video. That is exactly what YouTube does. And again, we another way of earning on YouTube again is through YouTube Premium. Those who actually pay for YouTube Premium, like you don't watch YouTube Premium means you will be watching videos on YouTube without ads being shown on your video. So people literally pay YouTube so that will be watching videos without any ad interaction. So you definitely also earn money from YouTube Premium, and that's also 30% of what they pay for premium. So if you're having a lot of viewers that are using YouTube Premium, YouTube is taking 70% on how much you're paying and give you 30%. Like YouTube Premium, no ads is going to show you on no ad shows on your video. So let me say if you're having an audience that all let me see that all your audience are using YouTube Premium, means they don't watch no ads. You're going to even earn lesser from there because like I said, you're going to only be earning on the amount that they're paying for the premium. Means normally YouTube Premium is definitely I think it's 50 to 100. I really don't know how much YouTube Premium is, but it's not kind of high. So on your ads, you're literally earning per ad. So if you're having a 1 hour video, you can put that kind of let me see, if I'm putting 5 ads on a 20 minute video, on a 1 hour video, I'll definitely be putting that kind of 15 ads. So they're going to be paying me that $25 per every ad that I have put in that video. Then if you're using the if it's on YouTube Premium, they just pay you on one amount, and that's the amount that the person who pays for the premium is like paying precisely every day. Because they just I don't know how they do with premium, but they see on my dashboard, you'll see the amount of money that I earn from YouTube Premium and the amount of money that I earn from ads. So the amount of money that I earn from YouTube Premium is 5% of the amount of money that I'm earning generally because 95% comes from affiliate. So those few people use YouTube Premium and a lot of people still don't use YouTube Premium. I think those people use YouTube Premium as those who are don't making or those who are I don't know. Because even super rich people usually like using normal YouTube because they want to be seen the kind of things that are available because the best kind of products are being shown on ads. That's why dropshipping is kind of successful. I have my dropshipping store. I told you guys like I had a dropshipping store. I made up to 700,000 from my dropshipping store. I sold a dropshipping store for 260,000 precisely, and this that was because of it was so costly to run ads. So you can literally put a product and nobody's kind of interested in the product. Nobody's interested in the product. So to succeed in dropshipping is to have the right product. So that's one thing that we're going to learn at the end of the mentoring session. I'm going to show you guys how to do dropshipping, how to do Airbnb, and actually like getting promo codes on various stuff and all that. So that's the benefit. That's the benefit that you all get from the end of this session. Like the main thing is automation, but that's the benefit at the end you will get. Rosie,
Thank you so much for the explanation. The you talked about job seeking and the other. I just wish to know UGC. I don't know if you'll be able to give us some idea about UGC.
I don't know about UGC.
Okay, it's okay.
What's UGC? Like you explain about maybe I might need in something else. Is it a method of payment or is that kind of
No,
a
it's like it's something. It's like how can I put it even? Those that are
is it
really
another way of
about
affiliate
content
marketing?
creative. But it means that you personally, companies pay you to advertise their products.
Okay,
Just something like
that's
that.
what I'm calling affiliate market, but they don't actually pay to advertise the product. You get the promo code in such a way. Let me see like in 11 lab, 11 lab is the easiest way I'm going to show you. So to get the promo code in 11 lab, you just have to go to a setting. You go and put for affiliate referral. They're going to show you an option that you put your a name there precise that if anybody gets to 11 lab through that name, they're going to give you a 30% commission of what the person's pay. So those kind of stuff are what I'm going to be showing. So you get a promo code precisely in such a way you advertise whatsoever like you advertise 11 lab. When you put your videos, you can put the link of 11 lab there and say if you want to subscribe to 11 lab, you can click the link that is on the description. Somebody click that link which having your code and then the person subscribe to 11 lab. 11 lab is going to give you 30% commission. So those are the kind of things like there are many other ways like that. So I'm going to disclose it. Is that why it's at the end? Because like this is the main issue to automation. That's just benefit. Those are other things that I do. Those are my other side hustles and all that. So just the benefit that you guys gain from being in my program and all that. So I ended with ended. Okay. So I literally said I was like, I literally said the kind of audience in that you came and the country and all that. That's actually what determines the RPM, that determines your CPM or the kind of advertisers that put in your product. And again, if you want to notice the highest paying niches are being put there. Car niches, let me say house niches that you are talking about let me say different kind of house that you can buy. Like this house, these images that are talking about top best house to buy in top best available house for sale in America. Like usually you're seeing houses are like what $20 million, $30 million, $100 million. So you definitely know that they're going to put home at there and if they're paying $100 million on to buy a house, the ask is definitely going to be high. So these are the kind of things that give high value. And that's why I say children videos usually give low value add because like I said, children use toys and food and like those kind of things and that are kind of low costly. Key audience is from 65 onwards. So my key audience are definitely those from 65 onwards. Like, that's exactly why it is the RPM, the CPM, and everything is kind of high. You see my channel analytics and you kind of take note on where your RPM and show your search RPM are also kind of very high. And exactly this niche precisely automatically you're going to gain American viewers, Canadian viewers, UK viewers, even though you're considering on African foxes. It kind of shows that many people in America are interested in African foxes because like when I was getting to the news 2 years ago, I was like African foxes, these Africans are going to be watching me. But when I did it, I just saw 1% of Africans and I was like, all right, maybe the Africans in America or these white people there, like I usually don't just know how they watch or watch the literally all of the audience. Same thing with celebrity because since I'm talking about mostly celebrities from America, like, if you talk about celebrities from Africa, yeah, Africans are going to watch that. I in China was talking about African celebrities. Like I usually had 80%, 70% of my viewers from Africa and China were basically making very low amount of money. So I had to sell in China and then I just concentrated on American celebrities like Zendaya and precisely when you're going to celebrity niche, you just have to focus like when you're doing about a particular celebrity, you just focus on celebrities on that particular sport. Like you cannot be talking about Zendaya, then you can't talk about you can't tell you leave Zendaya, you can't be talking about Kodak Black. Zendaya is an actor, Kodak Black is a rapper. They're not in the same category. So that's exactly the kind of thing I'm going to show you to avoid in order to make your channel to go straight. The first channel I got monetized ever was a celebrity niche channel, and I kind of realized that because at the beginning I was doing about any celebrity, like I'll talk about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is an influencer, now we're going to talk about Ronaldo. Ronaldo is a celebrity football, now we're going to talk about Zendaya. Zendaya is an actor, we're going to talk about NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy is a rapper, like I was just making all that before I realized it. I realized it in my number 20 videos, and I started applying I started applying. I got monetized in actually in 3 months. So I literally just do the application and all that. So exactly how to avoid everything now, even like take you long to just even know about all this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show when you time for the service. So right now, I take it you already know what an RO. You know what RPM is. You know what CPM is. You know the kind of things that influence how much you earn on your videos. You know the kind of things that influence your views. Besides, no, you don't know the kind of things that influence your views. They kind of not influence the views you have is these are the important terms when you come to talk about views, like the important terms are like your EV, that's the average view duration, your CTR, that's the click through rate, and your um see that two CTR. The first CTR is click through rate, the other CTR is call to action, and all these are the kind of that influence your the views on your video. So the call to action is just kind of so when you start a video to let me play one of my video from A to hear what you should hear the call to action. You can check Airtails. Airtails is another one of my channel and display. It has not gotten taken down from the channel, but it has been demonetized. So you can check on Airtails. You see, this is a recent movie. This is a recent movie. A video that I've posted. It's having I posted it 12 days ago. It's already having 100,000 views. It already having 100,000 views. So I'm going to hide the name. You're going to see. I'm going to disclose the channel to you guys, but later on, disclosing earlier is going to like block people possibility of reasoning. You're seeing the views. Are you guys seeing? So you see here, this is the views here. It's having 100,000 views. Like where my thumb finger is at, it's having 100,000 views. I posted it 12 days ago. Like so far, I don't know how much it has made for the last 3 days because it integrated. I'm not sure the analysis of this channel, but like you say, um, 104,000 views. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Yeah, like let's say people then continue to 22 comments and all that. So that's engagement. That's exactly what the call to action does. Make engagement. The comment is what determine engagement. So that's what the call to action does. So let me see exactly how the call to action is. Okay, so this is my channel Airtails. So you see, I'm going to go to my most popular video. You hear exactly like the thing that important to make your video go viral is for people to actually watch your video from the beginning to the end for it to have a high average view duration. Average view duration is let me say like the number of people that watch your video to the end to the time is like the duration that people like the average duration of how many people. Let me say if you're having 1,000 views and everybody watch your video for like let me say 12 minutes or 15 minutes or 16 minutes but your video is kind of 20 minutes that going out to like take that time. Seeing the highest number of people watch before 60 minutes. They're going to take that and they're going to divide what's in fact I don't actually just know what they're doing there, but it's it's determined by the number it's determined by the number of people that watch your video and the length in which you watch. That's why you see the average view duration means the highest number of people that is going to watch that video. So whatsoever you're going to see on the average view duration means that the highest minute of people that watch your video means if you have a 20-minute video and then let me see the highest let me say 55% of people that they watch it for 10 minutes then click out, they are going to see your average view duration being 10 minutes, 15 seconds, and the exact time that 55% click. So listen to this intro and like you hear exactly how you hear the call of action, the call to action. Call to action is exactly what that you're telling your subscribers to do something, and that's what going to make them to like. So maybe like you say if they say so there's a subscribers call to action, if they comment that's call to action. So here it is. Saw him and think to themselves that he doesn't belong here, then they decided to start trouble by attacking. They weren't aware that they just messed with the world's toughest boxer and were about to be taught a lesson they will never forget. Subscribe and like the video to see how the story uncovers. The camera pans across the parking lot of a small. So that's call to action. I say subscribe and like the video to see how the story uncovers. So this on that call to action. Every of them is different. Appalachian just use them call to action because all of them posts have different effect and all that. So seriously hear this one. A boy sits on a bench scrolling on his phone. A seemingly routine encounter with a police officer escalates when prejudice meets power. The officer singles out the boy, demands his phone, and destroys it in an act of unwarranted aggression. What the officer doesn't know is that this isn't just any boy, it's the son of the rock. And when the father arrives, the tables turn dramatically. Subscribe and like the video to see how the story unfolds. The idyllic tranquility of a perfect suburban. You hear the voice, that's P voice. So from the voice, you definitely hear the having human voice, like it's hearing like the human voice, like you're seeing the hesitations, the poses when you kind of when you're kind of reading something today, you're kind of confused on what's coming next, so you're going to like just draw back to see what's coming next, so you put back in front. You see that like P kind of reflecting all that. So it's all of these things that actually make the algorithm to see that it's a human. The algorithm determines whether your voice is human or not based on let me say things that not happen often. Like is that when an AI it has the kind of flaw that it has is not that equivalent to the kind of flaw that man has. Like they don't have wrong spelling flaws. They don't have not knowing what the next word is fraud. They don't know like the only flaw that they have is kind of like changing voice mid reading and let me say going to robotic voice. Like in fact that's the only flaw, changing voice mid reading and drawing back on double space. I'm trying to look in this video. There's a CCR that was kind of very very different and was longer. That's what I'm trying to like let you guys play for you all to share it precisely because this was going to like make you understand exactly how CCR works. Hold on, wait. So if you look at the edges, you see I have a lot of videos with 100,000 views. You guys can check out the channel session 100,000 views, 60,000 views, 200,000 views, 90,000 views, 700,000 views, 300,000 views, 400,000 views. Like literally, I think this one didn't fit his preconceived notion of who belonged where.
As a racist officer patrols the park, he spots Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sitting on a bench and demands that he leaves, claiming he doesn't belong. When The Rock refuses, the officer swings his baton, striking him on the back. Little does he know that he's messed with the wrong person, and now he's about to learn a hard lesson. Subscribe and like this video to see how the story unfolds. The park was alive with the sounds
Okay.
of a sunny...
All of the city theater was actually even though it's not in all of the video, but most of the city theater was kind of even there was the subscribe and like video to see how the story unfold, and that's exactly the city theater was making most people to subscribe. That's why you see Airtel is having 33,000 subscribers, like they having more subscribers, like the highest subscribers I have in my channel is 7,000 subscribers. So you see, because of the city other core subscribers, the way you let people the city like if you check on before they do that picture, check off picture. Like I do not need to put any CT out. I just like give the hook at the beginning, then the story just continues immediately after that. Another thing is the hook. The hook is what you're hearing at the end where the story continues. So you heard the hook, then you heard the CTR, then the story continues. The hook contains, let me see, the main action of the story. So the main action of the story was the officer destroyed the boy's phone, or the officer hit the rock with the baton, didn't go with the boy's phone. So the officer as a racist cop was pursuing the park, he saw a boy sitting on a park bench. He approached the boy out of prejudice, took his phone and broke it for no reason, not knowing the boy's father was the rock. And when the rock arrived, everything, the tables turned. Subscribe and like this to see how the story uncover. So you see exactly the hook contains the main event that caused the action. So the main event actually caused let me say the action that people want to see unfolding. So the main event is the cop destroy the boy phone. Then now the action that uncovers is the rock coming, and people want to see what the rock is after. That's why in the table when we're talking about typing, I'm going to like the type is having two in fact it's having one particular format, two different ways, two ways to do so. Before there's always a comma that separates um what happened. So the action that happened after what happened, like you hear the title that was like you hear the title of this video. Racist cops smashed the rock's front phone, not knowing the father was not knowing that his father was a professional boxer. So you see the action was smashing of phone, then what who the father is after, like that definitely unfolds the consequences of what happened in the first part of the title. I'm going to explain that better when we're in the title, so you see exactly these are the kind of things that influence your review, exactly what the people hear at the beginning, what the people see, what the people are kind of concentrating. In fact, what the people are kind of like staying in the story to actually see at the end. That's what makes your CTR, or that's what actually makes your CTR to kind of be high, which is the click through rate, and that's actually what also makes your average duration to be high. Because let me say if you have a 20-minute video and then the part that you mentioned in the hook is around 15 minutes. Okay, what happened? Hotspot. This Wi-Fi guy. I told you guys to really do something. The guy's not arranging it for me. I wish we paid 600,000 for this Wi-Fi. 210, that's Starlink personal for the last one. Okay. What the hell was it? Starlink, in the head. It's not going to be alone. I don't think I will start shooting. Clicking here. What the hell? Okay. It's not shooting. more. You know what the heck? You just sit and then okay, you don't join like come. Okay. All right, guys. Kind of into the like going back here. Um, it was network issue and all that. So continuing from where I ended, I was literally talking about. I was talking about what the heck is happening. What was I talking about?
The before I know was talk about we talk about the China, the airplanes,
Okay, voila.
talk about the
CCTR.
CTR.
Okay, so those are the kind of things that actually affect. Those are the kind of things that actually affect your views, like the number of views you get on your video precisely, like because you share, you know, anything is actually that if you what you put in the hook, like you saw on the hook that the rest of the show, the raw phenomenon, the raw sound, the raw arrive, the cable stem. So if that particular part is 15 minutes into the story and the story is 20 minutes, people are literally going to watch till the later part because what they really want to see is that's the rock story, the story follows. They want to see the reaction, they want to see what he's going to do after they saw that the video had 600 comments, and all of the comments were like I like how the rock handled the situation, how the rock ceremony, the rock song, what was it for, like there were different kind of content. So all of this kind of content I was doing precisely, I knew it's going to bring this controversial comments because literally it's fictional, and those who are watching the videos are those who are above 60 years, so you know, like above 50 years, so you know, parents and above 50 years, like up to now, many people don't know still about AI, and these people are kind of watching this, that thing, and I think that's true because I've seen AI generated, even though you disclose it, they don't even know what AI, like when you see, they don't even know what it is. So when they're going to watch, they're watching thinking that something really that happened because we see a lot of comments in that when this happened, I've never heard about it, and that, and so on and so forth. And it's mostly people them in those 2000 that they're literally commenting this kind of comments, and also, like I said, 35% of my viewers were 50 years plus literally, and these are people in that kind of, let me say, in their 50s, in their 70s, in their already sharing, you know, that particular age group. So you see exactly what influence your action, the engagement in this was doing. In fact, engagement in general on content creation is your likes, what makes they like. So people watching, viewers watching like, they follow, they subscribe, and they comment. Those are engagement. So those are the kind of things that actually affect your engagement. So call to action is the main thing that could affect the engagement because when you see they should do this, like I said, I had 3,000 subscribers in Airtails compared to all of my other storytelling channels because I had the call to action to it. So many people are going to subscribe thinking that they have to subscribe to be able to watch it because they see say subscribe and like this video to see what the story uncovers. So the people in that kind of watching, which are the oldest people in watching, they'll think that they have that to be able to watch it. So most subscribed people is on the phone on the TV. They should people even start subscribing so that they come forward, so you'll definitely be watching. But now on the phone, please just have to subscribe and like because I say subscribe and like you to see how it unfolds. That's why it is having much views, much likes, more subscribers, and a lot of comments and all that. So okay, so right now I'm sure you said all the basic things was you know what CTR is, you know what AVR is, you know what the other CTR is, you know what CPM is, um you know what RPM is, what impression is, you don't know what impression is. What impression? Impression is, on YouTube right now, where you click, so you watch a video, like if you usually just start on the video profile, you are going to see a thumbnail for just the kind of 1 second, the video start playing without you even clicking it. So that's what they call impression. If somebody stays and watch your video like that for even up to 5 seconds, they're going to count it as an impression. That's why you see many videos there, like you see them as videos that's having 706,000 views, it's having 3.5 million impressions, they're having 706,000 views, means 3.7 million people they actually stay and they actually saw it like that for like up to 5 seconds without clicking into it. But those who click into it, 760,000 people. So that's what impression is, the number of people that kind of see your story, the kind of people that actually see your videos and without watching, they just see like the beginning or they just like as long as you see and then the algorithm start playing it without them clicking to it. Those are the number of people that count as impressions. So you know impression. What other term is there to know? Okay, we know the important metrics to know that the important metrics that kind of affect your views, affect your out your earnings, and also affect the engagement on your videos. Alright, so you definitely already know all of the basic termination automation before we go further now to the next thing. Any question? any question. All right, I'm going to take it that there's no question. There's no one else unmuted to answer. So we're definitely going to go now into like the start the thing. Okay, Rosie, you're unmuted, so it's like wanted to ask a question. I hope Zidane and Gongi are not sleeping.
Oh, present, present, present.
Yeah, now, now because you guys are just being muted since. All right, Rosie, you was like you were about to ask a question.
No, just go on. I actually let me not take you back. Just continue at least.
Now there's no point. You have to understand. It's important that you understand. Like I said, it's very important that you all get the lesson because like, when I start talking.
Okay, I don't know if you could go back to what you were saying about how to get engagement and all those. Apart from the call to action and before the call to action, before explaining the call to action and all those things, you try to explain something, but the network was not really good during that time.
Oh,
So I didn't
all
get
right,
the
all
best.
right, all right.
When you're
Oh,
talking about average due duration, just that.
all right. That is okay. I'm going to go to that one. So, like I was saying, that one precise was talking about the important the different important metrics that affect these different things on your analysis. So the average view duration and the call to action, if you always when we're talking about what affects the views, the number of views that you get and what actually affects the and if I want make the people to kind of stay and watch till the end of the video or maybe at the like half of the video and the average view duration is let me see the highest number of the average okay, the average view duration is the highest number of people that kind of watch your story for the longest. If let me say 55% of your 55% of your audience, right? 55% of your audience they watch your story for up to let me say 5 minutes. Means 55% watch for 5 minutes. The average view duration is going to be that 5 minutes. If 55% watch for 10 minutes, the average view duration is going to be that 10 minutes. And let's see, the average view duration affects the view in a way. If the algorithm see that many people then kind of don't finish your video, then click out half of the video or maybe even 5 minutes of the video. So the worst average view duration that I can get is if you're having a 30-minute video and people watch for 5 minutes, so that video is going to die after even though you have 200,000 is definitely going to die later on because the algorithm see that people don't like the video. They come in, they watch for 5 minutes, you just give it a chance, it's 30 minutes. After 5 minutes, they'll stop pushing that video forward. So my average view duration, I usually do 1 hour videos. My average view duration is to go around 45 minutes, 45 minutes or 30 minutes. So you see, it has passed half of the video. So literally, that's why the videos keep going forward and the RPM is kind of high. Like I said, one of my storytelling channel had an RPM of $25 per 1,000 views. On that, like the lowest RPM that I have is on Celebrity Got Fitness, and that's $3, and that's just because the average duration there is kind of low. Like people come and watch for that kind of 3 minutes. If it's 10, my Celebrity Got Fitness I always 10 minutes because I like to put more. I like to put like 3 ads there. So when they come and watch for 3 minutes, they come and they literally see that thing is Celebrity Gossip. The news there are not authentic. Like they're not 100% real because like if you hear that if you hear that Zendaya and Tom Holland got married, that's just rumors. Many people they like Zendaya and Tom Holland, and one of my channel really focusing on Zendaya and Tom Holland. So no matter the views I put about Zendaya and Tom Holland, they are always ready to watch. So no matter what I put, even if I post one thing over and over, those people they love Tom Holland and Zendaya, and they're one of the most private Hollywood couples. So there's not much about them in the internet, and I find that kind of very active. So when they see something about them, no matter like how repetition it is, as long as it's recent, they are going to want to watch. That's exactly why that channel I was see that film was definitely I was having like literally a lot of views precisely. I had seven that was China mini $66,000. I had 7.8 million views, so that's the highest that's the highest share that give me that has made me the highest. I had 7.8 million views precisely and all that. So that's exactly what is going to be. We're going to continue. We're going to talk about celebrity news, the kind of celebrities that people like to listen to. In fact, I like to watch content about. There are a lot of celebrities. You see, there's a high chance that you do a content about Kylie Jenner and the Kardashians that are very famous. There's a high chance that they are going to do videos about them, and the videos your channel is not definitely likely to go viral. But people then like let me say Millie Bobby Brown and Jake. Millie Bobby Brown is the girl that acted Stranger other things. I'm having a channel that is talking about Millie Bobby Brown, Jake, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey, Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco. Those are three of them on that channel that news gossip precisely is going well. Like you hear, you see these couples, you rarely hear news about them. I consider the couples because you rarely hear news about couples together. You mostly hear them singularly. All of them are famous. You mostly hear them singular. They will come now with things that both of them do really usually hear you really hear things and people want to know things about them. Okay, Rosin.
Okay, I just wish to inquire, where do you get the information about those that are not popular? Like the information you get, are they really authentic? How do you get those authentic information?
Like that's what I say. Like that's what I say. They are gossip. Let me say. I started talking about Tomola and Zambia because there was a time that I was actually going through YouTube. I saw a random video on a channel that is one automation channel. The channel had 5,000 subscribers. I saw a video. The video was posted 1 week ago, and the video had 800,000 views. And it was talking about Zandaya is pregnant. And I watched the video. And I went and I looked at Zandaya. She is not pregnant. She and Tomola are not even married. Then now you see many people are kind of speculating because like they are very private. So when they do that private vacation, let me say there was a time that Zendaya and Tom Holland went to Paris for a private vacation and they went to the Louvre Museum. I use that opportunity and see that Tom Holland and Zendaya got married in Paris. That was the title of the video. I know that they never got married, but just because of that, they went to Paris. They stayed there for 1 week, literally. Yeah, they went to Paris. They stayed there for 1 week. Many people they literally saw they went to Paris. So when you start the video, you will hear exactly what happened. You will hear that Tomona, okay, is it done? Before I continue.
I wanted to ask that can you also work for like celebrity musicians too?
Yeah, like you can work for all of the celebrities. You just have to have something. You just have to have one thing that is true, and they are going to watch. So one thing that should be true. You need to build. You are building a conspiracy story about something true. The truth was that Zendaya and Tomana literally went to Paris and they made 1 week there. So what were they doing? Nobody know because they never disclosed it. The only footage that even show that they went to Paris was because they went to the Louvre Museum. Tom Holland rented the whole Louvre Museum just for a private tour with Hans and they were in there for 1 week precisely. So that's the only thing that made me to know that they were there in Paris. And I saw the article online. Since I always go to Google News, I subscribe to many automation channels talking about celebrities. I follow them in their various pages and also the particular celebrities that I'm talking about and follow them in their page. I saw them there. Tomula went to the Louvre Museum. Then now the most popular thing about them that is going to internet is Zendaya and Tom Holland are married. Zendaya and Tom Holland, Zendaya is pregnant and all. Like in fact, it's only my channel that even is talking about Zendaya being pregnant because if you go and search Zendaya is pregnant for Tom Holland, the first three videos are going to be my videos and all of those videos are having 100,000 views, 300,000 views and all that. Yes, it was.
Okay, so maybe I didn't get you clearly. From what you said, it means if you are to do celebrity gossip something, you need to. It's advisable to follow their pages, their pages, right, so that you can get some
Yeah,
information.
precisely. Like you should know about them. Means at least you don't even know who Tomuna and they are even because at least you know them more. I think I even know them. They are more than family members or something like that. So you just have to like be following them. Let me show you my channel Famous right now. Exactly how I do. I started this week. I started this year, I was talking about, like I said, I was talking about different kind of creators and all that. Then now, when I kind of found out about how to you see Airtel, you see that Airtel, it just clocked 8,000 subscribers. So I'm having 8,000 subscribers. I'm having 7.9 million views. So look at my most popular video. So most popular video, see my most popular video you're seeing is 309,000 views, and then the video is talking about finally he proposed to me. So this video was kind of 1 year ago, you see. This video was kind of 1 year ago. But then Tom Holland actually proposed to Zendaya but this year. But I did a video about finally he proposed to me 1 year ago and people watch it. So I had 309,000 views and in the 309,000 views I had 2,000 comments and all of them were like congratulations. Are they really engaged? I've not actually seen anything about it and nobody will be able to do it were able to even verify it because of the fact that they are very popular. Let me play the video you see. So my most popular the most popular video is 309,000 views, the second is 305,000 views, the third is 200,000 views. The fourth is 292,000 views. The fifth is 250,000 views. The sixth is 100. Like you're seeing 100. Like the lowest views are 1,000 views, 300 5,000 views, 10,000 views. Like the one that of she is like finally we are having a baby. Zendaya dropped a bombshell about their relationship. That one is having 41,000 views. Like they are not literally pregnant, but I say they're pregnant because of the fact that Zendaya appeared on one interview with Kaba, like with like something like with celebrities, there's always conspiracy. People are always watching it. So you who is kind of creative, you say and then you use an opportunity to bring your own, like you bring a conspiracy about something. It must not be true. But if there's one thing that is true, you capitalize around that precisely. Like here, this one video, and then you just see the visual. So you cannot go for telephone because there's a real human visual and all that. So see this. February. Oh man. So exactly on this video, you see on this video, the man never say the when is the wedding. He says something else, but it sounds like when is the wedding. You understand? So I literally wrote it down. You see, I wrote that when is the wedding. So even people are listening, they will be like, he asked me when is the wedding, and that is exactly that. It's in the beginning of the video. So because of these people were kind of locked into the video, and the video is kind of any long and it had an average duration of that kind of 6 minutes. So people they literally watch it because, like I said, I feel it with things that are actually true. So yeah, yeah, what February. Oh man. Like probably like seven.
Wow. In a recent interview, actress Zendaya gave fans an incredible update on her relationship with fellow actor Tom Holland. The two have been rumored to be dating for quite some time now, but the actress has finally confirmed that the rumors are true and the two are engaged. In the interview, Zendaya shared the sweet story of how Tom proposed. It was so romantic, she gushed. He got down on one knee in the middle of our favorite spot and asked me to marry him. I was so surprised and so happy I couldn't stop crying. Fans of the couple were quick to notice the changes in Zendaya and Tom's appearance during a recent red carpet event. While the two have always been notoriously private about their relationship, they appeared at the event wearing matching rings, each featuring the other's initials. This small but significant gesture was all the confirmation fans needed to know that the two are now truly an item. The adorable rings have become a symbol of their love, and it seems that the couple is now ready to share their romance with the world. It seems that even the most private of couples can't escape the public eye forever, as Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship was revealed to the world in a dramatic and unexpected way. The couple, who had previously been tight-lipped about their romance, were caught on camera by paparazzi during a sweet moment in Tom's home city of London. So you see exactly how the story is. First, like you're sharing an article. He said something that Zendaya said. Like he said that Zendaya said it was kind of that was fake. Zendaya never said it. Okay, it was in.
Just curious to know how you got those pictures and all those things. You
No,
downloaded
like
them somewhere.
they are no, they are on the
Okay, going to teach us how to get them.
yeah, I'm going to show you all how to get it. Like they are on the internet, so you'll see Zendaya and Tom Holland are celebrities, guys. So they are everywhere on the internet, and I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to get all these videos. And then you see the video while the voiceover is going, the visuals are display on the screen match the voice. So when they see, like they're literally seeing, as I spoke about matching ring, I show a picture of Zendaya and Tom Holland having a matching ring, and that matching ring was kind of 3 years ago. It was not because of engagement, it was because of something else. But now I put it to the conspiracy and I show the proof. Many people then started following them maybe this year or last year. They don't really know that history. But when me, I've capitalized, like I use them to make money. So I literally have to set about that history because there are many things in here like this photo that they were talking about paparazzi taking. The people then told that they took it, but the day that I did the video. But this video was when both of them were 23 years old. But right now, both of them are 28 years old. So you see, you don't like you study their life, you see all of the events that have gone through. Like you just see things that are going to kind of judge your, in fact, make your article or your video are going to be created to be nice. That's why it's called celebrity gossip. So it's not they know that it's not real, it's gossip. So you actually try to make it be very interesting, and that's exactly what I did. They spoke about ring, you saw ring. They spoke about interview, you saw interview. Remember when they were talking about the said in the interview, you saw Zendaya in an interview, but that know what she was saying. There are many videos of Zendaya in different interviews, so they will not know the exact interview to go to. So they'll say, like before you want to even see this interview, you have to just go through a lot of the interviews. So that in that particular interview, it's not everybody like out of this 309, this 309,000 people that watch, not everybody has seen the interview. But in the interview, she was talking, her voice was not speaking, but me, I was saying that she said Tom Holland went on one. Like how someone even know that Tom Holland went on one knee. So you see, you just have to reason very well to think that it's fake or whatsoever. Because if I see that Tom Holland went on one knee, a lot of people should ask me, but articles in that are talking about Zendaya and Tom Holland being engaged, like everything behind their own conspiracy. So Zendaya was like saying that it was very beautiful, it was in that favorite spot. Tom Holland went on one knee and public creation. I was so happy and all that kind of stuff. That fans are kind of heartwarming. You're seeing I have 126 comments in that video. So you come and see it. See, I have 126 coming in it. I have 126 coming. So the first comment is Zendaya and Tom Holland. Zendaya and Tom look perfect together. It's adorable. They were perfect Peter Parker and MJ. Like you guys know who Zendaya is. Like, you guys know who Tom Holland is, right? Tom Holland is Spider Man. Tom Holland is Spider Man. Zendaya is MJ Spider Man.
I have no idea.
Alright, like this, that was the same thing. I had no idea who someone else and there was, but just because I saw an article. If you see my first video that had more than 1,000 views, like even comes to the oldest. So if it comes to oldest, you will see the kind of videos I was doing. See what I was talking about confusion, right? My first video here, it was about my first video here was about Cristiano Ronaldo is goated. Then the second video is about Sabrina Carpenter. So Cristiano Ronaldo, I talk about here as talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, I Speed and Mr. Beast. They are not in the same league. So that's why Mr. that made the video had only 10 views. So you see Cristiano Ronaldo is an A-list celebrity. Mr. Beast is an A-list influencer. I Speed is an A-list influencer. So I'm not in the same space. Now I came and talk about Sabrina Carpenter. I had 84 views. Sabrina Carpenter is an artist and it's a new artist that spoke about her. That came and spoke about Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is a model, so there's no way I'll be mixing Sabrina Carpenter and Kylie Jenner. They're not in the same spot. That came and spoke about Olivia Rodrigo. He had 269 views. Olivia Rodrigo is a musician, so seeing Sabrina, you see, with the musician, he went kind of high. So I was like, okay, see, musician, I'm going high. I came and did about Sabrina Carpenter again, had 25 views. I came and did about Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. This never actually happened. It was just a video that Kylie Jenner kind of did alone in her car, and many the video kind of went viral. So I used that video and be like, breaking news: Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet have officially broken up. And then I put that video there in her car that she was talking, and it went viral because she was kind of saying something else, and then she was feeling emotional. I never put her voice in the video. I just used the fact that she was on the video. So if you go to her Instagram, you see the video, and then I mentioned in the video that she kind of uploaded and deleted immediately. So many people came and watched it. She's having 521,000. This is my first video that actually had highest views in Akina since Kylie Jenner had 521,000 views. I came and did about her again. Kylie Jenner posted a video making fun of herself. Is she okay? Then I came and like put it, he had 31 video. I came and posted Kylie Jenner, where Kylie Jenner is one of the Kardashians. I came and did video about Kanye West asked his daughter Northwest to delete her Instagram account, chic parenting. He had 331 videos. I came and did about Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez officially joined the billionaire status. He had 62,000 views. Then I came and did about different celebrities congratulated Selena Gomez for joining the celebrity title. One thing that you need to know about Selena Gomez is Selena Gomez once dated Justin Bieber and they had a feud when they broke up. Then now Justin Bieber is married to Hailey Bieber. Many people that are having conspiracy that Selena Gomez love. I never knew all this. I knew this because of the celebrity gossip me. So many people they know that Selena Gomez that are having conspiracy that Selena Gomez still like Justin Bieber. Some people are saying that Justin Bieber still like Selena Gomez. Some people are saying that you see a lot of controversy. So you see on the main thumbnail what actually made because the first video actually had 9,200 views. So you see on the thumbnail, the main people that I put there was literally you are seeing Justin Bieber, you are seeing Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and Hailey Bieber. I put the main people surrounding that conspiracy. So when people are going to watch it, they're going to like lock in that process on their head. Yes, Rosie.
Okay, so from what you've just explained, it shows that talking about celebrities from, let's just say from Cameroon, is a no-go area, right?
Yeah, yeah, literally, yeah, literally in a no-go area. If you want to look like there is nobody that is not American because after Selena Gomez, right? After Selena Gomez, you're seeing Jennifer Lopez, you're seeing Jenna Ortega, you're seeing Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet again. You're seeing Olivia Rodrigo and Rui Pachi. So you see, Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Pachi, their videos they kind of doing well. So I was okay, let me continue creating about them. So I create about them now. Then I came and posted about Zendaya Tom Holland. The first day had 1,000 views and I stick on that 1,000 views. I was like, all right, Zendaya is having 1,000 views. Let me do about her again. I came and did about her that Zendaya most stunning look. He had 342,000. I was like, wow, Zendaya, at least she's kind of an interesting personality. Then I came and did Selena Gomez visit Hailey Bieber when she gave birth to the baby Jack Blue. He had 186. I came and did about Selena Gomez revealed that she cannot carry a child. He had 13 views. I came and did about Sabrina Carpenter. I had 60 views. So that was when I had stopped doing about Sabrina Carpenter. Then I came and did about Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. So you have seen Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, Olivia Rodrigo and Rui Pachi. You see the kind of and Zendaya and Tom Holland. You see the kind of content that we're going for that were couples. That's what gave me the idea to capitalize on couples. Yes, it was in.
Okay, thank you. You really answered one of the questions. I am just, I don't know, what would be your take if somebody wants to go into not football, but talking about, just as you're talking about the celebrities in the other sector, can you capitalize on the celebrities in the aspect
Football.
of football since it's something that is famous some people love? I don't know.
Yeah, precisely. You can do that. So, football niche is a no-go area. I usually say football niche is a no-go area. That if you're talking about football highlights and all, but if you want to talk about a private life, like literally those are not copyrighted. But if you are talking about matches, because all match that you see, like if you actually screen record or you download a match and just cut 2 minutes, you put in your video, you are going to see copyright because literally all is copyright. So football has a lot of copyright. That's why you see football is a challenge is a league that is having the most less people. That's why every football team is always successful because everybody is fleeing away from it. You hardly hear niche for you to do. You hardly hear football niche. Like you hardly hear about it in general. Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like their personal lives. Like for example, since you talked about is it Selena Gomez, Gomez you tried explaining certain things about what is Spider-Man, their personal life. Like you go
Yeah.
into football and not the football in general, but you are picking the top players there, maybe the progresses in their life and all those things.
Yeah,
But you talk
precisely.
about their personal life, like I don't know.
Yeah, precisely. It's going to
Or
work. We
you
talk
this
about
is
that
a
personal
not
life,
the
especially
advisor we shouldn't go into that. For
no.
example, let me just say like David Ryan, you want to say something about the Arsenal goalkeeper, maybe you want to make some comments on him after a particular match or all those things like that. I don't know.
No, you can actually do that, but yeah, it's going to work very well if you actually focus on the celebrity being popular in the moment. Like, I'm not really into football and all those stuff, so you see, but the person I'm seeing most of the time is Lami Yamal. I'm always seeing him, and then now I'm seeing that he started dating somebody of recent. So if I was like talking about the football celebrity, because I'll be like, Yamin Lamar break up with his old girlfriend for I don't know the name of his new girlfriend, and they are looking for where she's from what she does, how they started dating, like all is going to be there and his fans are going to watch. So Lami Yama is very popular now. I will not talk about Cristiano
Mourinho,
Ronaldo because there are
one
a
of
lot
Mourinho that came back.
of that
Like Mourinho, the coach now that is back.
in the in
You
I
know
mean
Mourinho, like he's a celebrity coach.
okay, yeah, precisely why like, exactly like he as he's back like that, you can be like you can even create something and be like why did he for all leave the place? You can even see that you can be like Morino resigned for a bit because Lami Yama slept with his wife and like you can literally you can literally do that. I can actually do content like that. I usually think of content like that to do. Like if you see, I'm having another celebrity gossip. Let me show you the content that I was doing. I literally did a video and see that I literally did a video and said that Travis Scott left his house and went and go and slept with Kim Kardashian in midnight. That's why him and Kanye West had a beef for a while. And people watched that video had 10,000 views for that channel. So it means usually like you look at what's happening means there's a truth to it. That's what makes it to for people to watch because first you start with the truth, then you bring in your conspiracy and look for that channel. Yeah, that
Okay, like for example, maybe
see this
um
channel like this is one of my channel also this one I'm talking only about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey. So you see I'm capitalizing on them. Anything that Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift do I'm doing videos, so it's crazy for celeb. This channel initially is having only 3 minute videos in the beginning. Just now that I started doing long form videos. So this channel initially that gained 2 million views and it has made me I think give me check it has made me if I don't really know how much. So one of the disadvantages I have now is I'm having a lot of channels and that I'm monetizing. So this channel, then when I get money, when I monetize a particular channel, or when one particular channel reach requirement, I'll not even notice it because I'm focusing on the other channel that already monetize. Like I said, I have 11 monetized channel, and I'm having more than like the time that I sold 7 channels. When I sold those channels, I literally taught the people then that sold exactly how to do content in my style, because one of the things that make channels that you buy unsuccessful is because firstly you don't go to a channel to see if the channel is actually authentic, like the viewers they are organic, they were not bought and all that. And again, you don't do the same kind of storytelling style that person does it for always storytelling style. So I have to teach how I'm doing my story for you to continue with that, so that the people are going to be watching there. If I give you the start doing a different storytelling style, it's going to change everything and the audience will not want to watch. So would you want to ask the question?
Yes, talking about the monetizing, once you have been monetized, I know I'm going further, but I just want to have the view of it,
I
how
understand.
it works. When you've been monetized, and when do you start cashing out? Like when you must
When you get
be
monetized
monetized.
immediately, like let me see the next month, if you get monetized, okay, let me see like a channel that monetized the beginning of this month, the money that I've made on that channel so far, I put the channel like the channel has been monetized for 3 days. I've made 500. So from now to the end of this month, the money that I'm going to make, the whole this month is going to be paid on the 21st to the 26th of July. So when you make money on January, it's being paid on February. So they calculate the whole money from there. And the reason why it's staying like because like YouTube is the most strict platform with views and all that kind of stuff, because like I said, they use one full month just to make sure that that view was not but authentic. So you see, YouTube is very strict, and that's why it's the best. In fact, like I said, that's why I was even actually to go full time, because I do nothing else a day. I wake up, this is my room here, this thing. I just had to rent a very comfortable apartment. I mean, my home to be very comfortable. I wake up in the morning and sit there. So this is my routine. I usually wake up in the morning around, in fact, I sleep around 7 a.m. I wake up around 11 a.m. Then from 11 a.m. to 7 a.m. the next day, I'm up. Then I sleep around 7 a.m. I wake up around 11 a.m. I'm already used to, because I've been doing it for 3 years. So that's just it. And last year I made a lot of mistakes. Since last year was my highest earning year, I actually made a lot of mistakes. If you go through my social media accounts, you'll see that I was actually let me say spending a lot. Like any outing that I go, I usually spending up to 2 million to 3 million a day precisely, and that was very messed up because the whole of last year altogether I made 34 million. The up out of 34 million, I saved only 6 million. That was kind of very bad compared to 2024. So this year precisely, I tried to limit that a bit, and all of that is because my main aim of even going to YouTube, like when I started YouTube, I started doing street pranks. Let me show you one of my beginning videos. So I've literally gone through a lot in fact, I've gone through a lot with this content creation. I started doing street pranks. I'm kind of a shy person firstly, but I knew that if I want to make it, I have to not be shy. So I thought I started doing street pranks. I go to the street, I prank. I usually do street interview. Like there was a video that I thought this street prank. Then when I saw that we were not really going well, I did street interview. So on my street prank, there's a video that I literally did that I was walking. That video literally had 3,000 views. But before, the reason I stopped was because they terminated my channel. I did a video that was kind of about the policy. So the video that I was doing was the kind of video that I'm going to be walking in the street. My cameraman is going to hide back. So I'm going to go and walk in the street and walk in front of somebody. Then I can walk in front of the person. I'll turn and ask the person, why is the person following me? The person will definitely look at me and be like, you know, the kind of impression that the person is going to have.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, then the person will just look around and keep walking. I'll be keep walking for the person. Like I'll keep saying until I'll be like, why are you following me? Then after one week, if I get I'll stop following the person, and that's it. I did another video that I'll just see a random person standing on the street. I'll come and stand in front of the person and be look. In fact, I've gone through a lot for real. I've been on this for 5 years.
If it was giving you, like they say, what does not kill you makes you
Now,
stronger.
precisely. Let me show you an example of one of my.
You
Let me
gain
show.
experience from that, and you are teaching now from experience.
Yeah,
And
precisely.
that's
So
what is really specific about it. And that's what I really love about it. You speak with evidence, with examples.
yeah, precise. That's exactly what I kind of noticed, because before I went into the mentorship program, I realized that a lot of creators are hiding their analytics and all that. Like, I'm like, there's no need for me to hide my analytics and all that. In fact, I just love showing that I love motivating, because before, after I did it, after I did those street pranks, the terminating my channel, I started doing this kind of video. If you go to my TikTok, the most popular video there is this video. So I started doing this kind of video. I was kind of famous in this kind of video style because I literally had a lot of people. I had 10,000 subscribers. They still put down the channel. I had 10,000 subscribers precisely on YouTube. But since I was doing the short, then took down the since I was doing the short, then took down the channel because I see this. So if you look at the info to popular, so after the street prank, then I went to street interview. After the street interview, I started doing this kind of content. That's like 3 years ago.
I think I will need to send my junior brother, like I will need to maybe put him in contact with you because he's into this skit making these skits like this. But I see him, he has the potential.
Now that's great. I actually also did skin making. So
I don't
exactly.
have idea in that aspect. I don't know maybe
Now I'll definitely be
later
also
you
able to
too,
help him
yeah.
out
Because
like this.
when
Yeah.
you get to talk with him, you see that he has potentials, like he really has potentials.
Yeah, now precisely. I also like I actually also did skin making. Like that's why I'm saying I brought you lot because like I did street prank, I did street interview, I did skit. Let me show you an example of my skit. I'm going to show you guys a street interview. I'm going to show you my skit. Like I've done everything. I've done vlogging also. I just wanted to be famous on YouTube and all that, but it's like YouTube was just banning my channel, pointing me towards YouTube automation because it was after this content I'm just going to show you now that I saw YouTube automation because that was the last. They had 10,000 views and took it down because of criminal. They said I was promoting criminal organization symbol because I did a video and I put this skeleton that mark an X there. There's a skeleton. That's a criminal organization symbol. So they just
Yeah.
took that immediately. So after that, I was kind of devastated because I've always hated school since I entered university. So I was like, nah, I cannot be there. I've always wanted to like do something big, like 400,000. I don't know if you're from Cameroon. You know, time crazy. You know, my
I'm
uncle.
from Cameroon. I'm from Cameroon. I school in Boyan. Yeah, I'm from
Okay,
Cameroon.
precisely. So in Cameroon, in Taranko Credit Union, my uncle is the manager of Taranko Credit Union, like the general manager. So after advanced level and I did my bachelor, he wanted to give me a job as an accountant. They think I did accounting. I never finished my bachelor, though, but I told all my family that I'm done because they don't know how far. They don't know that I'm doing fine, but I literally dropped out. Like I did my life, and I mentioned that the first time that my first 10,000 got into my account. I was literally writing my exam that time, the first semester examination. So I was literally writing there. I was writing with my phone on me because I was doing tattoos and all that. So immediately as I was writing that, I think my elder sister was the one connected to the assets that made that money. So the money was not yet in my hand, my possession. So I was kind of skeptical, thinking that maybe they can ban my channel and I lose the money. So I was not really ready to skip school. So immediately as I was using my phone in class, I was already like searching on ChatGPT how to like the answer and all. So I thought also I received 960,000. I was like, who is sending me 960,000? I received 960,000 seven different times. That was equivalent to 5 point something million since I made 10,000 and something. Immediately after I received it into my mobile money account, because that's where she sent it, I literally just put my phone on the table. The invigilator saw it and told me to bring the phone. I carry my bag, I took the phone, I literally came there, I threw the paper on him and went out of the class. That was the last day that I went to school.
You need to relocate so that I will use your own life story and celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, after that, that was the last time that I literally sent my food into school. Me since then, that was like 3 years ago. I've not attended graduation. Yeah, I've literally not seen school since that day. So after that day, I literally did intentional because that teacher was kind of, he was, in fact, you notice how lecturers at all was also, when I was approaching him, was looking at me thinking I was already prepared, I would give him my phone and go. So I just took my paper, I took my bag was behind me. I literally put the phone on it. Everybody was looking at me and then he looked at me. They think that I was tripping though. So I just took it. I was using that my iPhone is like I said, I monetized 3 channels to my iPhone is. So I was using my iPhone is I put on the table. He told me to bring it. I took my bag. I took the paper. I was writing had a, I've already forgotten everything about school, but it was one of accounting. It was like there were like 3 different accounting, so it was one of these accounting. So it was there were enough papers. So I was saying bring my phone. I took my bag. I was approaching him. The phone was on my hand, and I was approaching. Everyone was looking at me. So when I arrived, his hand was stretched. I aimed the paper like that. Then I just left me the class. Since then, I've not seen school. I don't even know what's happening again in school, and I even forgotten everything about school. I don't like, and again, my routine does not even permit me to know that school exists because, like I said, I'm indoors.
School is come.
Yeah, seriously, that's exactly what I had in my mind. My uncle was like, since he's the manager of Tango Union, I told him I'm done with my bachelor. He told me to come and work as the primary account, the secondary account and all that, salary of 400,000. So when he was telling me that I've actually made up to 5 million in 1 month, I was like, no. All of them don't still understand because my elder sister my elder sister advised me that I should not let anybody know that I'm kind of fine now, that I don't need them to know that I'm done with school and I'm living with one of my auntie. And so all of my family members know that I'm not the only person that knows that I'm fine is just my cousins and all, but no adults. You know how family can get and all that because one of my aunties that she just recently found out that I'm kind of making money. She just called me obviously and said that she has never called me her life, so she just called me obviously and said that she's in the hospital. She wants me to come and visit her. So I was just like, I just put her on archive and I put everybody in the family on archive. Just my mom and my dad have access to me. But apart from that, I'm just on grinding. Let me show you the videos I'm talking about. So with this use of automation, I've literally like before use of automation, like I said, I've gone through a lot. I've always been that kind of person that when I find a grind, I'm 100% invested into it, no matter what. So I was having pocket allowance when I was doing those street farms. I was using my pocket allowance to pay transport. I go to grandma, I go to different places. I was very, very shy, but it never stopped me still. I was like, either I do it or I just sit and be like all of my other classmates. Because recently now I have a supermarket dimension, I have a convenience store, the three people that are working are and so 3 years that they were helping me during exam. So since they never had job after this thing, so they helped me during exam and be writing my exam. So I just owe them that favor. I literally put I literally put them. So anybody that helped me to be cheating, like I'd say I was cheating because I was not with school. I was concentrating on my content. So school was plan E. I mean school was plan B. So what was in my mind is if it does not work because you know this kind of stuff that I'm the first person who have ever done YouTube automation that I know. I just saw it online after I got terminated with my this thing with my other friend. Then I was not really sure because it sounded too good to be true, like millions, this. And then again, my first paycheck, like I said, my first paycheck was 200, my second paycheck was 300, my third paycheck was 150 before I opened a storytelling channel. And then I had my first paycheck in that storytelling channel was a 10,000 that made me drop out of school that same day. Like I don't know. I never even planned that. It just came up to my mind to do it and all that. So right now, even the top students in my class that they have gone to masters, like everybody is done, but nobody is doing well. Those who drop out of school with me and all that. So school is I don't know. I
No,
never
but
have
at
I
least it gave you the base. At least it gave you the base.
yeah, at
Yeah.
least like it's that I always tell everybody, even though I'm having a lot of people in advanced level that are in my mentorship, I always tell them that if they are done with advanced level, that at least that's all they need. What they should do now is like I just regret because at that particular time my mom was paying my school fees. So my school fees was used to 710,000. They think I was doing it to automation. I knew that would be this that I would quit school. So I paid 300,000. So they're already asking for it was already the end of first semester. They were already asking me for the full fee and all. I had the money with me, but I was like, should I buy a phone? Because I was using the Infinix before. Like it was the money that I used and bought my that I used. So I was like, should I buy a phone or I should pay my school fees? I thought about it. Then everything came to my mind. Like everything just points towards the fact that I should just buy a phone and all that and do my content. So I literally bought the this app for 150. It was left with three. It was left with 250,000. So I was just like waiting. So I just thank God I never paid full 710,000 though. I've literally gone through a lot of things that when I just look back at it, like I'm having this book when I started. There was a time that I'm kind of like an overachiever in such a way. If a month passed, there was a month last year that since I literally make nothing less than 1 million, there was a month that I made 500,000. That month kind of blew me down because I was really afraid that I was falling down. In fact, I always get paranoid that I don't get. So this book is having all of my plans. So anytime I'm feeling kind of demotivated, so I'm having two books that I've been written my plans and also the time that I was kind of demotivated, I came and looked through this book. So I've literally achieved everything in this book. I've achieved everything, everything in this book. So that's what made me know that I've gone for. So anytime I feel demotivated, but in this book, I think that my first plan, my first this thing was okay. So this time for crazy and stuff like I said, my uncle the manager he wanted to give me a job for 100,000. I kind of rejected. He still wondering why I rejected. Yesterday he called me and was still asking if I want the offer because the accountant was 64 years, she retired. The secondary accountant. I still told him that no. Okay, so
Uncle is living in darkness. Uncle does not understand. You compare all the workers there.
now like literally, and that's exactly what I there was one of my teachers that was always like telling me in class that if I don't go to school, exactly if usually if you're in all of my purpose life, I usually say my coming up right. I always had a different mindset, and one reason I really had the courage to stay away from school, even though I was conflicted after I decided not to stop school. So when I dropped out, I kind of asked some advice from my elder sister and other people that I was looking up to. They told me that I should know that's a mistake that I'm making and all that. Then from the way they were talking, it just shows that they are talking based on tradition, on algorithm. That's what has been happening that whole life. You go to school, like your mother say, I go to school. Everything has been school, 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 and the educational system is meant to teach you. Like you see in school, most people don't even go to school again because they want to learn. You just go to school and make sure that you pass your exam to know your parents proud, and that's all. So you just want to pass. You don't know nothing because me, I literally don't know nothing. But I was taking first position in advanced level and all. I was taking first. I had 11 papers literally. I don't know nothing, but I had 11 papers ordinary level, I had 8 papers. I don't know me not, I had 8 papers. University, I was always passing my exam. What do I know about passing my exam? So you see, if they would have put me as an accountant now, what do I do there? I don't know. So see, that's exactly how everybody sees school.
You would have traveled overseas, then you would have understood that it's a practice technique.
I'm literally telling you, I'm trying. Okay, I did exactly so here. Though this I wrote it around 2024, so this my plan. I was like, I should rent a house at least two room. It should be 200,000. Everything I have to buy. So this is it. I've already done it. I wrote in 2024 when I just started. I've already done it. I was like this year. Here I was talking about reaching more like monetizing at least one channel because I was not monetized here. So I was like, at least monetize one channel. So I've basically monetized more than 25 channels. Um, yeah, I was talking this other one. I was really talking about my plan to buy a car or so. I've not literally bought a car. I've actually that everyone, but I've literally bought two Yaris that I'm using for Yango. So I'm having two cars that I'm using for Yango. I'm not really a personal car that I'm driving. Then yeah, I literally bought the one was not in the plan though, but I was there just obviously when I did I bought four bikes and give it to like people that are kind of trust with driving. So you know how they're doing these deals now. So I'm just doing investment. Then I open a convenience store. In fact, there's a lot of things in that. If I just sit, I will not be able to realize that I've done this. I will be feeling demotivated when like that. Like anytime that I meet anything less than 1 million, I don't even know why, but my like it just breaks me down a lot. That's why I literally have a personal doctor who is there to like help me out mentally. And you see, everybody who is making I always attend these meetings or these people that are literally making a lot of money. So always having meetings. Everybody is having big stomachs that are fresh and also uh, so there's one guy there, I don't know if you know of financial evangelist, like he's one of the biggest import machine and all that kind of stuff. So he's one of he's my second mentor. So he was asking me that what's wrong with me because I'm going to dinner every day. That what's wrong with me that everybody is fresh. That I look as if I'm fine, but definitely the needy baggy stuff. I'm looking like a skeleton and also he was like, what's up? I don't just find interest in eating and all like and all of that. And again, like I'm 100% dedicated. This other book. I, I think like he was financial evangelist. He was advising me that let me actually make a book and I put all of this in my plan and it's actually have achieved all of this since I'm having everything documented. I was kind of think of it, but it's stress. Like I have different business manager, I have the mentorship program to manage, and I have my channel to manage, so it's kind of stress.
Your sisters just a question. Your sisters in the US, Canada. I don't know
UK.
if they have given you any advice on like investing in ETFs.
I don't know about ETF though, but literally,
It's something that is you are still young, and I will advise you the earlier if you have the possibility, the earlier you go in, the better. Like
yeah.
it's
So
something
this
good
is
to
exactly
invest
what I'm
on.
this is exactly what I'm doing. Like I said, it's like, in fact, I always believe that I'm kind of super smart and kind of perfect because, like, imagine this. I discovered a way to literally invest on stock exchange market in America. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've literally invested in startup companies. I'm here. I just have to call my elder brother in America and explain him how everything works. So since he's there, he's doing everything. It's him that is doing it, but it's my money. So I gave him the money to invest. So there's this company, this startup company. I literally don't really know what it's about, but on TikTok I saw it since I was doing research on TikTok. I saw a lot of people saying that like mentioned the company that you go into. I saw it. I did my research and I contacted that month. That month I had made since I had five different accounts. It was literally around like last year. I had five different accounts, and around December when they took down that channel, I lost $25,000, and then the other accounts will have it 15,000 and 10,000. So I had 25,000. I needed 50,000 to invest in that business, $50,000. So I had to use January and work. So all my paycheck that came on January, I just put 30%. I put 30% to my account. That I completed the money. Then that's how I was able to do. So I have one stock exchange investment there in America, literally, and every month in Sunset, I literally have 300,000 from it.
Okay.
But I'm literally looking onto other investment. Okay, so if you actually look at it, do what they first. I was taking drop shipping sessions from here, so this way it starts. Okay, so in the beginning, I just like put the goal that I had to achieve. I don't know if you guys see this. We come here drop shipping. This is our first drop shipping session. I was like studying online. So after I studied it immediately, I've always been that kind of person. I don't procrastinate. I've never procrastinated. Like I said, do you know that I literally started automation in fact, how I knew automation. I went to Instagram, I saw that van, I contacted him, he told me that he mentorship program range from $5,000 to $10,000, depending on the level of support that I need. And me as somebody who has never even been up to what help myself, I just saying that I'll get back to him. So what I did the whole that night, I went through his page. He had 750 videos. So I went through his page from the beginning to the end. Like literally, I saw all of his posts literally that night. I saw everything. Then since I saw that he was really talking mostly about car China and celebrity niche, that's when I went into celebrity niche.
Wow.
Means the
Wow. Wow.
yeah, means the next day, means after I've gone the whole now, I've seen everything. The next day, I started looking for AI tools to create my first video and all that. So the next day, I literally created my channel in the evening around 9 p.m. and I uploaded my first video with that Mr. Big video. I don't take time. So this is one of my celebrity gossip channel, the one that got taken down. Let me show you that this one is the UK. So I'm going to show you how much I'm making the channel. Since the channel has run for 1 year, so I'll show you guys how much I'm making the channel from the beginning. So the amount that you guys are going to see this in pounds. So hold on, I'll move to lifetime. So the session of today is literally just to make you guys understand YouTube automation and make you guys know exactly what you can gain behind it and all. So look at this. If you see the channel started earning from how you turning camera though. Who has left the call? No, two people have actually leave that Gonge he has left. We go to Benjamin kind of asking what's up. That yeah, precise. I'm always talking about. Hold on, Benjamin kind of contact him and they know what's up. This first session, I don't always like the should miss it because this is what makes people stay motivated.
Actually, that was the first time I saw you on TikTok. I was about to go to bed and I was just going through TikTok and I happened to read your page and I said, okay, let me listen because I'm interested in this. I've tried looking for someone that could really mentor me through. I really love to go into like digital and all this.
Yeah,
That I can see from home, I can work from home. That's what
precisely.
actually I've been looking for.
So it's like
So
the way I actually
the way you explain and all this, I said, okay, I'll give it a try, even though I gave money to others, but
now
other people just
exactly
get
that see that's why I'm like my main the way I actually talk and teach you see many people in that I'm having kind of 25 people who are appreciate pays for different mentorship, but they actually still pay for me because they like how me I'm talking and how me I'm teaching and all that. So and one reason again, like I said, I've always wanted to be famous. So I want to be like famous on one particular thing. So I capitalized around blog, they took it down, content creation, they took it down. Now YouTube automation, they're not taking that was like it was as if God and nature was trying to point me towards this because that's what changed my life, YouTube automation. Okay, so his phone is off also. That's why it's off. Okay, so what are
so
yeah,
they keep paying you, like when you have been monetized, they keep paying you. Is that it?
yeah, for long as the channel is still monetized, means that even if like the channel the videos you see the video that's like having 760,000 views,
Yes.
right? That video she just gained 30,000 views just of recent additional 30,000. And that 30,000, I'm going to show you, and I'm sure it meaning that kind of, I think it's $200 and something like that. So you see, 3 years ago, you see making me money now. Means this YouTube automation, I'm always seeing, like, I don't know if anybody, one thing about it being new in my work is that I always feel it, like I'm always feeling as if it's a part of me. That's why I'm, like I said, I just feel I'm always
You're
right. I'm
passionate
always,
about it, that's it.
yeah,
You're
precisely.
passionate about it. So you're giving your all, because the way you try to explain is like you explain and you feel like, no, let me explain again better.
You should actually understand.
You are trying to bring it to
Okay,
I understand.
exactly. So see this, so this Jordan Welch. I actually study his mentor, his program. Like I never people mentioned, I was just studying this another person. So after 1 week of like study job shipping, I mean my first store. I paid it normally in the store you pay $5 per month. So I mean my first store, and then I was still kind of confused at the beginning. So it was after 2 months that I literally made sales. I was selling this story, but let me show you. I went to the internet. I saw this thing. Hold on. All these I'm telling you guys just to make you to know that your mind should be open. Just because you're doing opportunity should not stop you from doing other things. So this is actually the product that made me 600,000 in fact, the videos are kind of muddy. I'm not seeing it though, but that
I
was
really want to go into that job shipping, but I really don't know
it's
how
complicated
to go
though.
about it, because me, I'm not really versed with
Online
for
stuff.
all these digital online sexy stores and
Yeah,
all these things.
precisely. It's kind of
Even this one Shopify, I gave money. They say they created the store. I'm not able to access the store, so I just push it aside. They didn't know what to give me here. They give me,
now
I'm
pre-
paying money. No, no, no. I
now
close
you
the
just put
store.
it exactly that is
I
that
said it, and I'm moving forward.
yeah that
It
is
was just 2 weeks ago that I gave money for Shopify, and nothing like the way you are trying to like
explain.
explain the other person. I really don't understand. I always say complain to him that, okay, this is what I have. This is the problem I'm having to access the store. I've not been able to access the store. Nothing. He just said, oh no, this and that. I went there and I just left it. The money has gone up. It won't stop me. Even if
Exactly,
with
that's
this,
really the goal,
I'll
and
keep
nothing has to stop you. Like nothing has to stop you. I've never actually
nothing.
given up. I've never given up on anything. I've just upgraded. So it's okay. I never gave up on it. I just upgraded to something new that I saw again. So I've always been. I always advise I don't give up because imagine if I had given up because when they took that channel with that was the final when I had 10,000 subscribers, I was already like, in fact, when you go me to school, yeah. So imagine that I just taking that idea and be like, I should go to school by now that I've been with my classmates, like I say, nobody that I was schooling with is literally making anything over 200,000 a month. And when I show my statistics, hold on a bit, one of my drivers are calling you. Hello, Babana. Yeah, yeah, good evening. Wait, yeah, my day was fine and yours. Okay, so you're just from saying morning. Okay, I'm just going to omit this one call for you guys to just hear the conversation. So I'm going to unmute this call for you guys to hear the conversation. So he just literally send the money for today that he work. So he's asking me to kind of check it like this. What time do you send it? I've received a lot of. What time do you send it?
I have seen it before I reach out, and now I don't really, I pack my bag for biking. I don't really go out.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't see.
You think that the big you say I don't, call me back.
No, I did session. I did class. No, now why that? So I just pick and ask you because video or I think that's something important.
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
yeah, I don't receive them. What? What about that other money? The one for last week?
Yes, I don't check until this evening. He said, sorry, now police don't catch you, wait. He sent me there on Friday, he give me back.
But anyhow, just give for when you give you back, no, just give for just push up for me. Then I'll just hold on. I get in there with no money, no. So anyhow,
Okay, no
yeah,
problem.
tomorrow come for morning time. Tomorrow come for morning time. One time you let me do something
Okay, no problem.
around 9 p.m. 9 on the dot.
Okay, you will call me out.
Yeah, I'll
The
call
thing
you.
is, I dey lock my phone before I come out like this. There are many people wey dey tell me, they no dey pay me. They
That
don't say this guy, they didn't
Wait, you say they don't dey pay you how? But like this guy, I tell you, when you want the work now, when the work you used to work before you did that other this, work now. I told you, all man get for paying a business. You see you see how it transact, you see how much I actually spend now. So we actually have to do the business. Wait to be a business with Kilian. Yeah, don't check call your number, they off. Okay, they are listening, just deliver if you see say the make am. So wait till I don't know your wait to be your business with Kilian. Now they ask you, if you now wood to you. Then now so you dey carry the job, you know the do am. So like I talk, the only person wey you fit carry for na me. Or if I tell you for carry some person, but me myself I dey ever give you money, you give for make sure say you do so, because na the only way that you go follow our agreement. You feel am no? Because definitely talk to you, definitely I understand say no one give for me, no one can make my vex. Na why that I trust you, and na why I tell you say I don't put you head of all the other banks. So no, like you said, I dey expect a lot from you. You feel am no? So make sure say you handle the one fine, so that you'll be able to handle. Because like you say, you have bought your own bike, like other men they will give, I give them bike, and the one they all give them bike. You give for transact finance, so I will be encouraged for this to continue. You understand? Okay, no problem. Tomorrow, come for morning time 9 p.m. I'll call you. Okay, after, but I don't receive the money. Just just continue the snap for you every time the snap for you. I know the touch the account, so the account on my CV account that only so I know the touch it. So just continue the snap for you. Okay, after. You too. Alright, so like this year I still had 4 bikes now, so I had 5. Somebody run on my bike. It was kind of like I just helped somebody else run on my bike. It was kind of annoying though, and that period of time I literally needed money for all that investment. Like, so what I just do now is invest. Okay, are you guys with me?
There are people like that.
Now precisely. Okay, so I was about to show you guys the one of my celebrity channels. So look at this. This one is my sister in the UK that is managing it. So you see how it's on the camera. You see camera. So I didn't start any from this channel 2024. So if you look at it, this is 2020. You see no screenshot. Now it's kind of authentic. So this 2020, this 2024, 19. I literally did not end not this one video the time that I got monetized. So you see November 2024, I made $46. You're seeing right? I mean £46.
Yeah.
You're seeing right then. 31st December 2024, I made £358. January 31st 2025, I made £3,900. February 2028, I made £1,500. May, I made £2,000. April, I made £1,200. Like you see, it's increasing,
Wow.
and that's what's going. That's usually when it's decreasing, it breaks my like this. I don't just know why I'm like that, but I'm just hard on myself too much. So you see me, like me, it made 700. Now there was the one that the channel made, and I was kind of not happy about it. Then you come and snap me, it made 700. Then June it came and made 1,400. Then July it came and made 3,700. It came and made 1,800, 9,000. Like all of it is in pounds. So you see, like that is actually. Then let me come and show you the highest earning channel. So I'll come to my YouTube studio, right? I said Finverse is literally the highest in China, maybe the highest, maybe $66,000. So I'm going to like show you the most popular video, which is that video that I show you about Tom Holland and there, and exactly how much he made precisely. So this I'm going to take lifetime. So I'm going to come to analytics. I'm going to take a lifetime. I'm going to take lifetime. So you see in the last, you see in the last 48 hours, I had 11,000. So altogether, I've made eight. It's not even 7 million. I've made 8.2 million views. I've made 100,000 watch hours. I've gained 8,000 subscribers. So if you are seeing here, just come 8,000 subscribers today. So far, I've made $66,000 from this channel. I mean, seeing the channel was running and how far the channel has been running from the channel has been running since September 2024. So since the last time 2014 now, I've been doing rate $66,000 from it. If you come and see my RPM, you definitely see that my RPM is, you see this my RPM, $35 per 1,000 views. This now, then now you see that video that I did from training you guys, you see, make $13,000. Then you see one video and all particular kind of stuff. So you see the analytics, like you see it exactly. So this precisely, this they are literally made. They are literally made with no one to do. I made 2,000 in 1 day, $2,000 in 1 day, and I was kind of like very excited and all stuff. Yeah, yeah, actually understand, right?
Yeah, yeah, understand.
Why is other people why is other people living call like that? Like, I hate catch up classes. Um, in fact, at least the class is being recorded, so I'm definitely going to send to them. I'm going to go like after this, and then I'll be like just giving stories. So if you're having time, you can actually join the live. So I believe that I've actually already said everything that you need to know at the beginning, like the things that had to keep you motivated, what you have to know at the beginning to start, and exactly with all this, you'll be able to understand this video, so to understand everything that's sent to you. So everything that I literally sent to you, right? Every literally thing, those everything I'm saying today, it's on it. So you just have to understand it. But for me, it's so when I talk about CTR, you know that and all that and all that. So everything is on it. So I think that I'm going to end the session for today. I was supposed to have it for the session was supposed to be for 2 hours, but we're already going to 4 hours, and it's not even noticeable.
Because it was interactive and interesting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So any questions? The next session which is going to be on Friday, we're going to start now with prompting. So any question?
No, as of now, okay, let me just ask, how many videos are you required to post per week?
I mean, on one channel, 3 videos.
On one channel, 3 videos.
Yeah, precisely. But that will be when you monetize. So while you're not monetizing, maybe you post at least 5 videos.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe like you can post on Monday, you post on Tuesday, they don't post on Wednesday, like skip 2 days, they post at least 5 videos, maybe they will get monetized now. I'm going to show you how to use your voice because now it's also going to be easier. Like the channel I'm having 3 different channels I'm using my voice, and these 3 different channels I'm using my voice. I kind of is storytelling, and in one I use static image. So as I use static image, I'm not taking it down, even though it's one image came from the beginning to the end because they are sharing a human voice, and that's 100% contribution into it. So that's it. Let me show you this example. Like when I'm going to show you guys how to do your voice now. So this is one of the voice that I did for one of my stories with my voice. It's not perfect, but like I said, people still watch it still. So here I'm having many voice of yeah. So right now I'm with one of my students who is under the edit plan. So he has also been here that the person I've been speaking to. So I'm having 20 people under the edit plan, and I think I've actually explained how the edit plan is being held. So here this you hear the black SUV had been nice one. A black SUV had been idling outside their house. Hello YouTube team, my name. Okay, so this should be yeah. You listen to it and then tell me how it is. Hello YouTube team. Even use the down, you listen to it, tell me how it is. Okay, now hear the voice. You know. A black SUV had been idling outside their house for 11 minutes before Zara finally came downstairs with her suitcase. Marco stood on the porch, holding their 6-week-old daughter in a blue blanket, watching his wife with her luggage across the lawn towards another man's car, and he did not say a word. He had learned in the 3 years of their marriage that there are moments that do not require words, moments so complete in themselves that language would only diminish them. This was one of those moments. The driver, young, suited, holding the door with a practiced defense of someone accustomed to the road, didn't meet Marco's eyes. Smart man. Zara stopped halfway across the lawn, turned. I'm sorry, she said, and she meant it in a shallow way people mean things they have decided to do anyway. Marcus looked at her, then he looked down at the baby, Isla, 6 weeks old, 7 pounds of entire unearned peace, sleeping against his chest with a profound indifference of someone who has not yet learned that the world can disappoint you.
Don't be sorry, Marcus said quietly. Be sure. Zara turned back towards the car, got in, the door closed. Marcus watched the SUV until it turned the corner and disappeared. Then he went inside, set his light in her basement, picked up his phone, and called a number he had not called in 4 years. It rang twice. Marcus said a voice in the other end, the voice of a man who had been waiting for this call for longer than Marcus knew. Dad, Marcus said, I think it's time. I'll have the papers ready by morning, his father said, and in the background, Marcus could hear specific signs of very large office on a high floor and faint sound of city that was about to learn a new name. 3 years earlier, Marcus Webb had done something that people who knew his father considered either extraordinary principle or clinically insane, depending on their relationship with money.
Okay, so this video was 1 hour 20 minutes. I just still read it also. What I say about it, that's my voice, and you heard it right. You definitely heard my voice. What I say about it, it was why I made it for 1 hour 20 minutes. So I definitely know that I'm not a professional, right? But how does it? It's having views. This one video has 21,000 views.
Actually, it is authentic. I think one thing is that it is authentic and you actually narrate something which is somehow interesting because from the beginning, what you like, the first
Mention.
few phrases you made, someone will be interested to know what will follow suit, like what is going to happen actually.
Exactly, that's the hook. So on the session that we have on Friday, I will see exactly how they're going to use hook because all of it has to do with the prompting stuff. So that definitely the hook. All of my videos have such hooks and all that. So if I even play the other one, let me play the last one. That was the first voice over that. So when they actually came on, particular, I was like trying to figure out now. Just when I search the video that how to be a good voiceover actor, I heard them say it's nice and you don't want equal. So anytime I'm recording this, it's funny because I'm entering inside my cupboard, my wardrobe. I see a wardrobe that always behind me. I'm entering inside and I lock it. That's where I'm doing my recording, so there will be no equal. Or in fact, suffer.
It is real.
Yeah, let me show you this thing. The other voice.
Hi, YouTube. George is going to tell.
No. Like that many voices, you don't know where that one is precisely. But that's exactly you heard my voice over there, so
Yeah.
that's exactly how it is. So any other question?
I think it's well understood, well explicit for me. Yeah.
Okay, so I've actually already shown you my how you call it, analytics settings and all that. So let me show you the videos that I was talking about. All this has to just keep in check for you to know me where I know exactly how I went about things and studies and all that. So this at even on Instagram, I did Instagram. My first time to get like there was a video that I really did that video get 30 got 30 million views in the space of 2 days. I was kind of very excited, very hyped that they took that. In fact, it was like I was feeling like the village school they were after being a military they had my back because everything was failing. Then now when I actually started being successful in internet in YouTube, which I don't believe that God was like it was a fact. The same shit channel.
For you, like you.
I'll definitely go like I said. So if you have it, can go on. Becomes so popular. And I was really creative on it, doing videos and giving my time into it. Let me find my first kid that I made. You don't understand? No? This June Christmas, I want to take advantage of this June because, like I said, many people, like literally, many people are actually planning to just be focused on the World Cups. So, like I seen in life, it's as if many cars are in the road and there's traffic. Then, all of a sudden, all of the cars park one side to go and eat the restaurant are sharing food for free. You there are wise because everybody they have a destination they have to be like and stop because they feel like they'll benefit more than stop. So you that are wise, where everybody stop, you remain on the road and then speed up, no traffic, and that's exactly how you're going to go further than them. Like, is this proverb I'm from saying making sense?
Sorry, I didn't get the last piece.
Is the proverb is like is what I'm from saying making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you guys this is what I'm talking about. I've actually been talking the whole of today for real. Like I said, my routine, I start working at 11 with my personal videos, then by 3 I'm done. Then I have session with an early videos in the early plan, like today I had 3 early plans. So this is the last one now for now. I think early plan group, but since there are not much, like I just 20 of them. There are just 20 of them. I'm just like, okay, let me do like three per day. And the basic plan. But everything, so let me show you, I'll show you the now the some content that I created, like this kit precisely. Okay, so this was my first this was not sure when it was over for me. But I miss it. As I look all this thing, I didn't see and say no boy, man don't come, I don't go long. But so I will see that I will be thinking I'm not going nowhere, but then look at this.
What you say, you've not gone anywhere, and at least you are so stable. If you want to put yourself in the place of others that they are not, you are even comfortable in your country, in Cameroon, you are at least you are comfortable, you have the minimum that is required. You are even above the minimum that is required to survive. You are not even surviving, you are living. There are people that are just existing. You have to compare with others that they are in Europe, they are existing. They are still existing, they are existing.
No, like seriously, one of my main aim now, like one of my main aim is because like I said, I love the media flash to our out about stuff. I just imagine that in Nigeria, it's like all the young people that are actually making bags from Egypt. If I can make it, that's going to be nice. I would, if I have a big I have a particular vision for me really doing mentorship because like I'm literally stressing myself up. I could just sit and be doing my video and that's all. Like I'll make like the mentorship all the money that I'm usually saying they should pay for is because I want each person to have something to lose. So if you have anything to lose, you're definitely going to concentrate. That's exactly why.
That's how we are. If something comes in for free,
Precisely
they will
you
not concentrate, they will not take it seriously.
exactly.
If they have to pay something, that small thing that they are paying, it will make them to concentrate.
Exactly.
That's the reality.
That's it. I thought of all this. I usually was doing for free around 2024, but I started with my friends. Some of those start 1 week, the person is consistent, the person will come back 3 months, and now the person wants to continue. Like I was not annoyed about it because I was not able to track progress and all that. So I started kind of charging. I've even gone down with the price because I was charging higher. It's like I already charging high, but I went down with the price because like I said, I want everybody to be able to afford and they should be literally there and all that. Sure. You don't tire. But if you don't go with only small things, so you know, see, as I did up, I see the up to 7 a.m. now. But even at time I can't get session for you now for Bonamusa, you know, see that the two by. Okay. See this one, this is one of the first, so here I think this one. Are you guys with me, Zidane and Routine?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so this was my first street interview video.
Yes.
I'm here with.
Hey guys.
Are you smart?
Yes.
Okay, your mother have 4 children. The first is north, the second is south, the third is west. What's the name of the fourth child?
Can you start it back?
Your mother has 4 children. The first is north, the second is west, the third is south. What's the name of the fourth child?
No.
You know the answer. You know the answer.
No, I cannot put my smart name.